Hi everyone, today we're talking about why the bubble doesn't work for empaths and what to do instead. So the bubble meaning when you go into a situation, you're surrounded by people and their emotions that you don't like. Normally you feel overwhelmed by it, but there are things about the bubble that means it don't work. Specifically that you're going in with an expectation that you're not going to like the people you're around. They're not going to affect you positively, and you have little control over what you can do. So here's a different solution. How about you go into a situation and set yourself up for connecting with people that you want to connect with and have something in common with you that they can share with you and they can inspire you. And two, going into it expecting that even though you might not meet those people that you instantly sync with, that you can be around people and bring the best out of them so that you can have a pleasant connection with them, even though they're not the type of people you might be friends with. You have that power to influence other people in that way. The issue with empaths is over life, they've often adopted a very defensive position in the world and in some way abandoned their own power, at least to influence other people, and focused on becoming overwhelmed with what's going on rather than with what they want to create. So this is what I would suggest instead. Number one, don't go to events where you know you're going to be miserable and around people that you don't sync with. Okay, you can't avoid it all the time, but you can choose a lot of things that you go to or don't go to, or how long you stay. The second thing is you also can choose the energy that you go into that event with. And the energy that you bring to that event will determine, through law of attraction, who you interact with, how long you interact with them, how intensely you interact with them, and what energy they are in when they interact with you. So your energy determines how intensely and how long you interact with other people. So if you go into a situation in a grumpy, miserable mood, you're going to interact with more people in that mood. And vice versa. If you're happy and light and feeling fun and easy and adventurous, you're going to find those people. So meditate before you go to an event. Get in that mood. First of all, choose events that you want to go to. Think about people that you would want to interact with, and think about the type of interactions that you would want to have that would uplift you and make you feel good. Set it up beforehand. Decide that it's going to go well. Life is about creating, and almost like a Petri dish. I don't know if you've ever heard of a Petri dish where you put one little bacteria in and it's the optimal conditions for that bacteria to grow, and it grows exponentially. Life, energy, is sort of like that. You take an idea and you put it into this situation of life, and that energy expands and expands and expands, and soon has created something much bigger than you started with. So start by thinking about what kind of conversations would you like to have? How would you like to feel around other people? What would be exciting in terms of an interaction with someone? If you go to an event already decided it's not going to go well, it's not going to go well because that is what you have created. So change your whole mindset. And I understand that this takes a lot of work. And I'm not saying that what you're going through isn't real. It is real. And often empaths have had a lot of very difficult experiences. And That's what they know about life. This is about really taking control of your life and changing things. So set up in your mind what you would like to have, and decide that you're going to create that yourself too. Like, decide, if you have a hobby, say, what do you love about it the most? What would you like to share with people about it? Or if you've had something good happen to you that day, what would you like to share about that with other people, about that event? So go in with things to give to the energy of the situation. Set it up in your mind beforehand. Sit down and meditate before you go, and go in and be choosy about what interactions you want to spend time with and what interactions you don't. It's about going in with choice and using your power and your creativity while you're there, as well as before you're there. And it's going to take work. If you're in a habit of thinking things don't go well, and not setting yourself up for success beforehand, it's going to take time to change that momentum. But if you keep doing it, it will eventually end up in a long-term change that is has its own natural momentum, and things can be different for you around other people. Thanks all for being here.